Hello. Um, I just thought I'd do a catch up. We'll call it a December catch up. I'll do a monthly catch up, shall we? Um, and see. I've not scripted this, by the way, as you could probably tell. Um, I didn't even think about doing this video till now, and I just thought, there's a few things on my mind. Um, so yeah. So Yeah, right, let's get to what was on my mind just now. And that was back in 2020, on this day, in 2020, December the 21st, my mum passed away. And I bumped into my dad this morning. Um, it was already on my mind, and bumped into my dad this morning while taking the dog for a walk, taking Harley for a walk. He looked a bit messed up, and I had to think about. I had a little to and fro with my sister, text messaging, and yeah. Um, and we know it must be. I mean, if you're married to someone 55, 56 years, must be very. I mean, we get caught up in our own grief so much sometimes that we forget the person that's been with them the longest. I mean, my dad was with her like 55, 56, some years married. It must be so difficult for him. It upsets me to think that when you get, you can get caught up in your own grief, and it's understandable. It's understandable anybody that's going through grief. It's like when I lost my dog as well 4 months ago, Tyson. So that on top of losing mum 2 years ago, it's you do get caught up in that, and you forget about other people's grief sometimes. And you don't mean to. Nobody means to. It's just the way it is. Because you feel your own pain, you don't feel others. Okay, you only feel others' pain when you talk to someone about it, and or talk to the person that's going through the pain as well. And that's when you start to appreciate, or if you think about it, you appreciate what they're going through too. So I just thought I'd mention that. Um, so yeah, I don't know what else to say about that. I mean, I'm obviously. I mean, last year was even more difficult because it was rawer. And the year before was just, we're not celebrating Christmas. Last year, I was like, I'm not celebrating Christmas. This year, I'm not celebrating Christmas. If I had someone to celebrate Christmas with, um, I would do it on their behalf rather than my own. I'm really not that fussed. If I was with somebody who had children, if I had a partner who had children, of course, yeah, you've got to do the occasion for the children, haven't you? But for me myself, I would keep that inside. I would not, you know, if you're with a loved one and they understand what you're going through, they'd appreciate it. If you was with someone with children, they'd appreciate it. If you made the effort for their children, wouldn't they? And I understand everybody who's in that situation, or with her own children. I mean, my daughter's grown up and she's got children of her own, so you know, even though I don't celebrate Christmas, I've got to appreciate the fact that she's got children, and of course, um, she's going to celebrate Christmas as are other people with children, other families, and that. But yeah, I'm waffling now. But yeah, I mean, so what else happened this month? Of course, we know what happened this month. I adopted Harley 5 days ago. First 2 days was very difficult. No sleep. She's a year old. I think she's just been kept in a little space. Not had a free run of a house. She's loving it now. After a couple of days, she's settling in. It looks like she's been teased a lot because she's very snappy. She'll like just go for you for no reason. You're stroking her. Well, you're stroking her, and she's like, arr. And sometimes she don't give the growl. Sometimes she'll just snap. But it's becoming less and less with me now. It's like she's trusting me. And when I get home from work, my dad's been looking after her. He's covered in bruises from her bites, you know, because my dad's at an old age. He's not going to get scratches like we would. He's going to get bruises from her teeth pressure. But what I take from it is not nasty. It looks nasty when she does it, and it sounds nasty when she does it. But I think it's been the way she communicates, because she's been teased a lot, I think, by the previous owner's children. And being locked behind a stair gate doesn't help, does it, all day? And only being let out in the garden to go for a wee. I just don't know what to say. I mean, I do know what to say about that. People should not have dogs if they're not going to exercise them. If they're not going to teach them, train them. She's had no training by the looks of it. It's very difficult taking her for a walk. I'm doing all the tips from the YouTube channels, all the training. I've subscribed to about 3 different Rottweiler training YouTube channels. I'm following all their leads. I mean, I never had that problem with Tyson. I mean, I got him in a similar circumstance. He was skin and bones. He was half dead when I got him. He was in a much more poorer state than what Harley was, and he could hardly walk. What I will say is that he turned into an amazing dog, and I think she will turn into an amazing dog too. It Man, it still gets to me about Tyson. As it does my mum, yeah. 2 most important people in my life gone. Well, one important person, one important dog. He was my best friend and everything. But I've got to look ahead. I've got to look ahead and just go, right. We've all got to keep on with our lives, haven't we? Okay. We've all got to keep on with our lives. We've all got to do what we got to do. Because if you're forever looking backwards, there's no future, is there? if you're always looking into the past. And that's one thing, you know, when you get older. I mean, I'm a 50-year-old guy, and one thing that you realize, every decade that you get older, you become a lot more wiser. And if I had this knowledge when I was 15, if I had the knowledge inside me, my life would have been a lot different, a hell of a lot different. And yeah, I mean, wow. That's all I can say about that. I mean, I don't have to go into detail about it. I think you all know what I mean. Um, so yeah, Harley's gonna turn into a beautiful Rottweiler. She's gonna turn into a beautiful. She's already a beautiful girl. She's settling in now. She enjoys sleep time at night time. She's a bit of a bugger for my dad, but it's new. It's like dad's come round while I'm at work to look after her for a few hours, and she sees it as playtime. So he said she goes nuts. She runs all over the house. I'm like, yeah, you're just gonna have to be a bit tougher with her, dad. But in a nice. You can't be too tough with puppies, because things like this at their age sticks with them, you know. So I mean, the first couple of days, I failed. First couple of days, I failed. I failed. But and I was ready to give her up. I really was. And by the third day, I understood her more. I took in people's opinions. I took in, you got to listen to people. Because if I didn't listen to anybody, I would have given her up. But I didn't. I like to follow through with things. And when I thought I want to give her up and I don't, if you know what I mean. It was one of those things. But yeah, I'm glad I've persevered with it. I'm glad that I'm glad I've persevered, because she's she's a little love. She really is. I owe it to anybody. If you're gonna get a dog, if you're gonna get a rescue dog, get a Rottweiler. Because if you get a Rottweiler, you get through that difficult stage of training them. They just, the effort you put into it, you'll get back 10 times. 10 times what you put into it, you'll get back 10 times over from that breed of dog. They are just amazing. They're just an amazing dog, and they're your friend for life. They're just amazing. They're just, yeah. Like I said, I didn't script this. I'm just finding it hard to put into words. It's early in the morning as well, but yeah. So what else has happened? Something else has happened, but I don't. I. It might be something for next month's video, but something else is happening. I'm hoping, and I'm hoping it's going to turn out great. But I can't say, because in case it doesn't, there's always that chance it won't happen. But something, I'm hoping something good's gonna happen from it. I really am. Yeah, but what else? So I I mean, I'm seeing a lot now. I mean, let's go on to a different subject. I'm seeing a lot of people struggling. I'm struggling myself with energy bills and stuff like that, and I can't keep up with my meters. I've got these gas electric meters, but you got to top up the card or key, and I haven't had my December letter yet where I can go and get my £66, or I think it's £67 in December, to top up my meter. If I do get it, it's all going on gas. The gas is going so fast, you can't keep up. I've been putting like £10 a day a gas meter. Anyway, you don't want to know about that. But I'm noticing the point I was making is that a lot of people are struggling with the energy bills, but the government won't do nothing about it. You think they are? You think, oh yeah, they've done something about it. You know, the government's giving out these grants, and grants you got to pay back. Okay, they can stop these energy companies. They've got the power to stop these energy companies. But the thing you got to understand with these big companies and the government, they're all paid by the same people. Okay, so they work together. They're not going to lose out. All right. So don't think the government are doing you a favor by giving you a handout. Okay. The energy companies shouldn't have put their energy prices up in the first place. The government could have stopped it. But the people that own the government, own these big companies, the 1%ers, they're not even 1%, they're a handful of people. I think we all know who they are. We don't have to mention them. R and R. But the people that, or as Donald Trump would say, the deep state, the people in the shadows, they're the ones that rule this world, yeah? And the pyramid is a perfect depiction of how it works. They're at the very top, the eye. You got the eye looking down on the pyramid of people. The very top, they're the eye. And then you got the very, very, very disgustingly rich people on the point, coming down, coming down, coming down. And we're the bottom line. Yeah? Well, most of us are anyway. You got the corporations, you got government, you got pharmaceutical, you got bankers, you got monarchies, and then you got them at the top who control everything. They control 7 billion people on the planet, and we do nothing about it. We do nothing about it. There are a handful of people that make all the decisions. And we're born into slavery, basically. That's all I can say about it. Yeah, it's not a race thing. It's not a culture thing. It's not a colour, race. It's not nothing to do with class. You know, they just own everything. And we are born into slavery. Simple as that. We all are. Organized religions. Why are they organized? Why are they organized? 2,000 years ago, we all believed in the same God. So why is it organized religions now? Everywhere. All around the world. Why was there ever organized religions? Because it keeps you divided. Everything they do in this world keeps you divided. As long as they keep you divided, they keep you conquered. Simple as that. It's not rocket science. So yeah, it's my December video. I would love it if you commented and said what you'd like me to talk about in any future videos, or what you'd like me to do. I'm not on YouTube to make a living. If I did, I mean, if the channel blew up, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things I'm going to do in future, and if people love it, they're going to subscribe to it, aren't they? So if the channel blew up that much where I did start earning money from it and I didn't have to do this stupid job, this stupid part-time job that I do, then yeah, my life would be a lot better, be simpler. But it's not. And I never did a YouTube channel thinking that I would do something that would blow up and get me like 1 million subscribers or whatever.
Pity the fool who thinks that.
I'd make a living from it. I mean, the last couple of years of my life, the grief and everything that I've gone through, seeing stupid people through the whole pandemic thing, scamdemic, the whole thing has been very hard. It's been very hard. On top of mum dying, my dog dying, is seeing stupid people believing in stupid things. And it's been spiritually destroying. This is a spiritual war that's going on. Yes, the Great Reset is happening, and it's not a conspiracy theory. We can see it happening in front of our eyes. Anybody who's still denying it and still saying it's a conspiracy theory, fucking hell, what is wrong with you? Jesus. Yeah, so that's the end of this video. I think I've spoken too long. I didn't plan on doing this video. I didn't plan or script it or anything. I've just been for a walk with my dog. Just about to watch some YouTube channels myself now, catch up on some things. Big shout out to Embrace the Suck. Big shout out to Arias and the Nation. Big shout out to SDW77. Big shout out to Eclectic Beard. Big shout out to King Boomer. Alright, if I've missed anybody, I'm sorry. Charcoal Coffee Company, big shout out to you, and a big shout out to my subscribers. Thank you. I don't know what else to say. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for listening to me rambling on, if you're still listening. And yeah, take care everybody. I believe in mankind, and I believe we will all join together one day and destroy. When I say destroy, we just say no to the 1%ers and say no, we're going to do it our way, because our way is better. And God, if you're listening, God, please just come down and awaken people. That's all I can say. Make us all one. Thank you.